Hi, I'm Emma. Welcome to my kitchen. I'm here to share with you some of my favorite recipes to make for friends and family when I'm at home. Today we're making pistachio cherry thumbprint cookies with a super secret homemade ingredient. Let's go ahead and get started. Spread 1.5 ounces of pistachio on a baking sheet and toast in a 325-degree oven for 5 minutes. Keep an eye on them because they'll go from toasted to burnt quickly. Transfer to a food processor and add 1 tablespoon of flour. Pulse until finely ground. Measure out 154 grams of flour. Add a 1/4 cup of the ground pistachios along with a 1/4 teaspoon of cardamom and a pinch of salt. I love the smell of cardamom. Whisk everything together and set aside. Weigh out 67 grams of granulated sugar. This is around 1/3 cup, but I like to use a simple kitchen scale when baking. Add 1 stick of butter and use the paddle attachment to cream for several minutes. Scrape the sides of the bowl as needed. Carefully separate the yolk from 1 egg. This is much easier when the egg is at room temperature. We'll add the yolk in a second. Next is my secret ingredient, Noyo extract. It comes from toasting the kernels inside of an apricot pit and soaking it in cheap vodka for several months. The extra effort is so worth it. Add the egg yolk and mix on medium-high until everything is nice and combined. Next, we'll add the dry ingredients to the bowl and then pulse the mixture a few times so the flour doesn't fly everywhere. Continue mixing on medium-low until everything is combined. It should look and feel like Play-Doh at this point. Shape the cookie dough into a disc and wrap in plastic wrap. I like to use 2 sheets to make sure it's nice and snug. Chill for 1 hour. Dust your work surface with flour and divide the cold dough into 4 logs. Continue slicing into around 16 little pieces. Roll the dough pieces between your hands to create little balls. I like to use my kitchen scale to make sure that each cookie is between 20 to 25 grams. I find that this just helps the cookies to bake more evenly. Dip the tops of each cookie into the rest of the ground pistachios. And then before baking, chill these in the freezer for around 10 minutes while the oven preheats to 350. Remove from the freezer and bake for 8 minutes. After 8 minutes, remove from the oven and working quickly, make little indents in the center of each cookie using your thumb or another kitchen tool. I ended up using a cookie stamp just because it had a nice round bottom. Return to the oven for 4 more minutes. While the cookies continue to bake, prepare the cherry filling. This is really simple actually. Fill a pastry bag or a sandwich bag with the preserves and secure the top and snip the end. Set this aside. Remove the cookies from the oven and fill each indentation with the cherry preserves. Bake for an additional 3 minutes. I promise they're almost done. Transfer to a wire rack to cool. And voila! Cookies. So I've been waiting as patiently as possible for these cookies to cool, and I think they're finally cool enough. I just love this recipe for so many reasons. It's super, super simple, and the flavor payoff for the amount of energy that you put into them is huge. So I'm gonna try one. And these cookies kind of remind me of a cookie that you would see on like a tea tower at a tea party. So they go perfect with tea or coffee. All right, let's go ahead and try it. The cookie is so tender, and the pistachio is just so nutty and creamy. But that cherry jam adds the right amount of acid. It's so buttery. These are such a delicious cookie. You have to try them. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to support and hit that like button.